Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, as you can see from the title, I'm going to be doing a car tour. I have actually had this car for 2 years now. Obviously I didn't do YouTube 2 years ago, and the reason why I'm doing this tour is because I've actually got a new car, which I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I feel happy about that or whether I'm going to miss this car. Obviously I'm going to miss this car, like it's my favourite car in the whole world. I already know. But I just wanted to make this video in case anyone was thinking of buying this car, or just because if you fancy and nosy at what car I've got. I love watching car tour videos and I love seeing all the little things that people buy to put in the car as well. I don't really have anything like that. I don't really have anything fancy to show you. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you around the car. And as well, I wanted to do this for sort of like my memory of the car. But yeah, obviously I'm going to be doing an updated car tour when I get my new car on Tuesday. I don't really know how I feel. I don't know whether to feel excited. I went for a test drive today and I was 50-50. I think it's just because I'm so used to this car. I don't really want to get a new one, but the reason I'm getting rid of Polly the Polo, is because I don't really drive that much, and she's quite expensive. But yeah, I've recently got a new job, so sorry about this angle by the way, I've got no phone holder. I recently got a new job, which is in Manchester city centre. So I'm going to be getting public transport. I have been getting public transport. So all I've been doing is driving to like the park and ride, which is 4 miles away, and then driving home from the park and ride, which is 4 miles. And then if we ever go anywhere at night, Jaden drives, just because I'm a fucking lazy bitch. I just love being a passenger. But yeah, by the way, if anyone's wondering where this necklace is from, it's from PLT. It's a triple chain, it's called, I don't know. But yeah, I barely drive, so there's no point paying so much for a car. And because I've had a couple of car accidents, which I will cover in this video as well, I think this video is a good time to cover them. My insurance is quite high as well, and on my new car it's only £800, whereas on this car it's like £1,500. So it's pretty much double, which is not really necessary, considering I do 8 miles a day. Maybe 16 miles if I fancy some chicken nuggets in the middle of the night. But yeah, just gonna get straight on with the video, guys. I hope you do enjoy. If you do, smash a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and I'll see you all in the car tour. I've not picked a very good day to film this video because the sun's setting and you can barely see me. I bought this new little thing. Look at that. I'm sorry, but how are we supposed to cooperate with that? I'm sorry, but no. I bought this new little car thing. Oh my god, no, that is just dreadful. So I bought this little gadget. Sorry about the angle, guys. Bought this little gadget. It's upside down. So it goes like that, and like you clip your phone in it like that. Anyway, and basically it's got this little clip at the back here, like this. And I assumed that you push this down and then it sucks in, so it like, do you know when something sucks onto something and like it stays stuck? But it just not doing that. If anyone knows how to work this, let me know, because I'm really angry. I'm actually really angry at that, because now the video is just going to be not good angles. Or maybe what I'll do is just not get me on the video. I mean, this is a car tour, not a Kenya tour. So maybe, okay, we'll try again. I'm sure you all know what this car looks like, but I'm just going to do sort of like a quick walk around so you can see what it looks like. It is the new shape Polo, so it is similar to a Golf. I'll just do a quick walk around and show you. I don't know if anyone's interested in what the wheels look like, but they look like that. And I'm going to have to find a way. I think you have to blur out the reg plate, don't you? I don't know, but yeah, it just looks like this, and yeah, so I'll go back around to the driver's side. And then I'll take you in, I'll show you what we see when we first enter. Boom. So this is what we see when we first enter the car. Apologies, it's a little dirty, but we're just going to work with it, guys. Okay, so the fingerprints on there, because that is quite disgusting. Let me move the chair back. So this is Polly, the Polo. Everyone meet her. And I suppose I'll just start here and just show you all these little buttons here. So you've got obviously like your windows, and that controls, I'm sorry, I should have cleaned my car before this, but yeah, anyway, so this controls your window. I'm going to turn the engine on so you can all see what it looks like when it comes on. I have got low tyre pressure, so that will stay on. And my service is due as well, but we won't talk about that. So this is actually an automatic car. As you can see through there when it focuses, I've only got a stop and a go, and then this is my little gear stick. I wouldn't even say a gear stick because it's just a prindle, as London Tipton would say. It's a prindle, and I've just got a little scrunchie on there. So obviously very straightforward. You still have to put your foot on the brake in order to move the gear stick accordingly, and then obviously park, reverse, neutral, which I never use, and then drive. And then you can also put it into speed mode, so you can smack it over like that, and then that will put it in speed mode because it is a sport car, a sport version. I don't know if it's like a TFSI or whatever, I don't know, I just bought the car. This car also has start stop activation. To explain, but basically when you stop at a traffic light, the engine will turn off, but if you do that, if you press that, the engine won't turn off. But if you keep it off, which I do, the engine turns off at traffic lights, and it actually saves fuel. As well, on the window I forgot to mention, we have a lock button. Lock the door, unlock the door, lock the door, unlock the door. It does automatically lock when I set off driving, so if I park up and someone's getting in the car, then I'll need to unlock it, basically. On the dashboard here, obviously you've got your speedometer, whatever that's called, and that is your gears. I don't know what that thing is at the bottom, and those buttons, I don't really know what they are either. So as you can see, it's done 12,000 miles, and it's a bit dusty actually. Let me just give it a little dust. I'm sure I've got a little duster somewhere. Okay, that's a little bit better. Maybe I should have done that before I started this bloody tour, but anyway. Yeah, so in the middle there, when you turn the engine on, oh sugar, right there, it will tell you what speed you go in. That's just the setting that I have it on. Down here, we've got the lights that you use to control the front of the car. So this car actually has an auto feature. So if you just flick it on auto, depending on what time of the day it is, the car sort of like senses what light should be on. So I just keep it on auto because I don't really know what it should be and when. So the steering wheel, obviously you've got your indicators. It also does your window wipers as well, and this side I just use it as an indicator. I don't know what any of those other things mean. On the steering wheel, it's actually got some buttons on there as well. So we've got these buttons which I've never used before, and these ones which I use for like my radio or my music. So this changes the channel, the sound, the song, whatever. This is like volume, and this mutes it. And then obviously you've got your horn, which I'm not gonna lie, I have used occasionally, you know, get a little bit of road rage, you know what I mean? That's the gear stick, which we've been through, the start stop activation. Oh my god, it's just so dirty. I'm so sorry about this. Obviously you've got your gear stick. No, it's not. Your handbrake, not the gear stick. Silly me. Is that an ashtray? Because that's all I've ever known it to be, an ashtray. And then obviously you've got your drinks holders, and then you've got this, which I don't know what that's for, and then you've got this at the back, which has just got loads of disgusting money in. I'm really sorry, I actually should have got a valet before I did this car tour, but as you all know, I'm getting rid of this car like I said in the intro, so I need to get it over and done with before I get rid of it because I'm going to miss it so much. Anyway, we'll move on to these controls here before we move on to the screen, which is my favourite bit, which I'm so excited to talk to you all about. So here you've got like a little storage thing, and then you've got your USB plugs, and then if you bring it a little further up, you've got your hot and cold, and then you've got how much power you want the hot and cold to be, and then you've got this which you decide where you want the air coming from. So do you want it just touching your face, your legs, everywhere? I don't know what that is. That is the back of your car. The car is like your window's frosty at the back, that like heats the window up. You've got your air conditioning. I'm going to touch on that because I don't really know what that little car thing is. I've also got this little phone holder which I got from like eBay or something. I think it was like £2. Wasn't expensive at all. But my car actually has this screen. It's sort of like a built-in iPad. Obviously you've got like your radio, and then you can choose what radio. Oh my god, I've just chipped my nail. God's sake. You can choose what radio stations you want on, so I've just got BBC One, BBC Two, Capital, Capital Extra, Smooth and History. So this button here is your hazards, obviously. You've got the off and on button. You've got this button here which controls the volume, and then you've got all these little buttons around the side. So radio is quite obvious, it's just your radio. And then you've got media, which is your Bluetooth. So you can just connect that by pressing source, and any music that you put on it will come through Bluetooth. You've got your voice control, which I've never used. You've got phone, if you want to ring anyone, you can add favourites, or you can open up your contacts. And then over on this side, you've got app, which is your Apple CarPlay. You've got sound, which is like your volume, stuff like that. You've got car, which just tells you everything about your car. I've never clicked on that either, so I can't go into too much detail. Just got menu, which pretty much is everything. So I'm going to show you the Apple Car feature, which is actually really cool. It basically connects your phone up to your car. You do need to have your iPhone wire plugged in, so I'm going to do that. So you do need to have that plugged in order to activate the CarPlay, and then as you can see it's connecting. And then boom, there we go. So obviously you can scroll through all of your apps and stuff like that. I don't know how to move it back to the other side, but obviously you've got your main menu. You've got phone, music, maps, messages, now playing, Volkswagen, I don't know what that is, calendar settings. So you can get like your Spotify and everything, but if you want to ring someone, you literally just click on phone. Why is it not working? I think it's because I'm doing a video. But basically you can click on phone, it brings up all your contacts, all the people that you've recently spoken to. You could go on map, and then you've got like your Spotify. So yeah, it's all voice control. So if you want to go somewhere, you just click on the map, and it's got like a little voice thing, and you can just tell the map where you want to go, and that'll bring it up. And as well, if you get a text, it will read it out for you, and it'll say, do you want to reply? And then you'll say yes, and then you just speak, Siri types a message out for you, and then it reads it back to you and says, do you want to send? And then you just send it. So yeah, that's like the best feature on the car. I was going to say I'm going to miss it, but I've actually got this feature on my new car as well, which there will be a video about. I'll be doing a car tour, don't you worry yourselves. Moving over to my glove compartment. I actually don't know what is in here, so I am in for a surprise just as much as you guys. So I just put that stupid freaking holder in there. I've got a hairbrush, some perfume, an umbrella, a cleaning cloth, some wipes, and just some window cleaner. There's actually a CD holder up there as well, CD holder, whatever, which I never knew about until a couple of days ago. I don't listen to CDs that much, so it's just the side of the car. It is just such a beautiful car. I love it so much, and I'm gonna really miss you, Polly, but it's just one of those, like, I barely drive, so why do I need to spend all this money on a car when I barely drive, you know what I mean? I feel like this is gonna be a really short video because I don't really put anything in my car, but I just want this video as memories for me as well. Do a little spin around, show you the seats at the back. So it is 5-door, 5 seats. Not that I have that many friends. That's another reason why I'm getting rid of the car, because no one even goes in the back. So literally no point in me having a 5-door car when only 2 of the doors are used, the driver's side and the passenger side. We just have a cute little 3-door car because no one gets in and out the back anyway. This is Polly, everyone. So nice to meet you. She's going on Tuesday. Today is Sunday. So I thought I'd just get this video done and just show you. It's been a good 2 years with Polly. Really enjoyed my time with her. She has had a few accidents. Shall I tell you about them? Let's tell you about them. Okay, not the best angle or lighting, but we'll just work with it. So where do we start? So basically, Polly was born. I bought Polly in July 2018. I passed my test in July 2018. And can I just make a valid point that this car is automatic? So why she has had so many accidents, I cannot answer that question. Went to Volkswagen to pick Polly up, and she was there, she was waiting for me. She was brand spanking clean, gorgeous. Never been driven. Oh my god, is that a hole in my leggings? Oh my god, there's a hole in my leggings. So yeah, I got to Volkswagen, they revealed my car, and I took her on a test drive, which was fine, can I add. I just wish I didn't get this car for my first car, because obviously it's only a 1 litre, which is the most bizarre thing. It's a 1 litre, but she is fast. Like, I think it takes about 6 seconds to get to 60 mile an hour, which obviously I know there's faster cars in the world, but what a first car, especially for someone like me, that's just unnecessary. It's unnecessary. I took it for a test drive and then he said there's no point in coming back to Volkswagen because everything's done, signed, the car's yours. So I was like, okay, so went for the test drive and I thought I'm just going to go back to Volkswagen just to say thank you for sorting everything. I got to Volkswagen and I was driving around and there was no parking spaces. I parked my car at the back in like the Volkswagen garage. There's loads of like rusty cars and stuff like that, so I just left my car there, went into Volkswagen, and the guy that sold me the car, there's a fly. The guy that sold me the car wasn't there. I don't know if he'd gone on his lunch break or something, but okay, well, just pass the message on, say thanks, and I'll be on my travels. In the car and started the car up, and as I was reversing out of the parking space, I turned my wheel too far to the left and the front of my car scraped along this rusty old Mercedes. Then I tried to turn it back the other way and the back of my car hit that car and knocked the mirror off. I'd had Polly for T-minus 20 minutes. Absolutely no damage to my car, which is the craziest thing, but that car had some white scratches on there. I don't know. There was nothing on my car. Obviously, me, sheer panic, what the fuck. Got out the car, left the fucking handbrake off, and my car just started rolling and rolling and rolling. So I started screaming. Jaden came running over to obviously stop the car, and yeah, it hit the bush, basically. Luckily, it was just a bush. No damage was done to the car. Back in the car because the way that the car was, it was like going the wrong way. It was like a one-way system. To get back in the car, to obviously turn it around and go in and say sorry for what I've just done. And some guy comes running around the corner saying, "Excuse me, love, you're not going to drive off, are you, after what you've just done? Because we've all just seen you on CCTV. I said, no, I'm just turning around, don't worry. Like I was going to drive off. Like I was actually going to drive off as if there's not CCTV. I just had to leave my details and they said they'll be in touch. So a month went by, didn't hear anything. I thought, must be all alright. 2 months went by and a couple more crashes, which I'll get onto in a minute. Got a letter through the post, looked dodgy as hell, saying that someone's put a claim in, blah blah blah, from Volkswagen. I thought, oh sod ya. It looked like the dodgiest letter I'd ever seen in my whole entire life. So my mum was like, no, it's definitely dodgy, just ignore it. So I did. A couple of days later, another letter, if you don't get in touch with us, blah blah blah. Just ignored it again. And then I received a phone call and it was like, hi, it's X from Volkswagen. And I was like, hi. It was like, have you received any letters from us, this and this? And I was like, okay. I was like, I'm so sorry, I didn't think they were genuine letters. Basically the guy whose car it was, which was a 20-year-old Mercedes, it was disgusting, dirty, rusty, like it was not drivable. I put a claim in and I had to pay for the damage. That was that. So that was day one of having Polly. She's fine. She was fine. I mean, she was chilling. We were up on a Tuesday or something, and then it was a Thursday. I went to Nando's with one of my friends and we was driving around the car park in Bolton and I was like, whoa, so cool, like I've just got this car, it's so fast, and I was like going 30 mile an hour and I crashed into a fucking bollard. The car actually jumped and I laughed because I thought, haha, it's just gonna be a tiny little scratch. I got out the car and my fucking bumper was hanging off. It was literally dinted in and I was like, oh my god, I can't tell my mum and dad. I can't tell them. How can you tell them that after what has just happened? I'm getting sick for work the next day because that shit needed sorting. I wanted to save this for a separate video, but I think it goes in well with this car considering she's going. She's had a good run and she's so strong and she's made it through. How the hell am I going to hide from my mum and dad that I've not got a car for a week? I wasn't expecting it to be done on the day, obviously, because they needed to order parts and stuff. There's a person. Yeah, so I've managed to find a garage and they had to order parts. It was going to cost like, I don't know, like £300 and then £120 for something else. I was that desperate for somebody to do it that quick that I just had to pay it. I just lived at Jaden's for that week and was like, yeah, I'm not coming home, I'm just gonna stay here, blah blah blah. If we went anywhere, obviously we'd have to go in Jaden's car, so my mum and dad never suspected anything, and I don't think that they actually know to this day what happened, and I don't ever want to tell them either. All fixed, perfect, amazing, and I think it was a good July, August, September, October, November. November was the next time that Polly was involved in a tragic accident, and I decided to book the Lake District for me and Jaden. Our last day, we went to the zoo, and it was like a, I don't know, like 30-minute drive away. On the way back, I was like, oh, I don't know where to get some petrol, and Jaden was like, just get it in the morning, and I was like, no, I'll go and get some petrol. So we went to the petrol station, pulled in, put the petrol in, job's a good one. As I was pulling out of the petrol station, 77-year-old man, may I add, thinks that it's acceptable to drive on a 30 road about 70 mile an hour and crash into the back of my car. So I've obviously pulled out, so the accident is unfortunately my fault. Polly was split into half. The car spun. It was the most traumatic experience of my life. I never want to experience anything like that ever again. My back bumper was completely off, and my back bumper was non-existent, and the Nissan Micra was a write-off. Can I just add, you should have seen the state of it. The whole front of it was just smashed up. The guy was fine, by the way. I was fine, Jaden was fine. Started saying he had a bad back the next day. I was like, shut your fucking mouth, you are not allowed to claim on your own girlfriend. That was that. Long story short, the guy put a claim in for all these injuries, sleepless night, work, time off work he was claiming for, but he's 77. I'm sure the retirement age is like 65, so whatever. He was going the speed limit. The damage, he wouldn't have caused that much damage if he was going the speed limit. Anyway, I never actually heard anything back from my insurance. They said, oh, we've had to accept liability on your behalf. I've not heard anything since, apart from a couple of months later. Actually, I got a letter through the post telling me that I might need to go to court because he's not accepting the money that they'd offered him, which I didn't know how much that was. Since then, me and Polly have we've been fine. We've got on fine. We've had no more accidents. She is fine. Oh, actually, nearly forgot. It was in probably like March 2019 or something. I went to Rivington to climb to the top of the Pike with my friend. No idea where the car park was, so we just typed in Rivington Pike, and for some reason it was taking us like up a hill. So we was like, just follow the sat nav, and we seen cars parked there, so we thought obviously it was okay to go up there. And then all of a sudden, bang. So what the fuck was that? Didn't sound good. Got out of the car, the front of my bumper was just completely ripped off. Not a good look, can I just say. Mum and dad weren't awake because they was actually in America at the time, so I had no idea what to do. My friend had work, so I was walking up the Pike and then I was dropping her off at work. To cut a long story short, we just had to turn straight around. I dropped her off at work and I had to drive home on the motorway, and the bit underneath your car, which is like a cover to protect like all the wires and stuff from stones, I think, that came off. On the motorway, there was a cat climbing up my fence. Shall I beep? Piss off! Piss off! The cat has been shitting in our garden so much recently that it needs to go. It needs to go. Piss off! Piss off. I'm gonna go and chase it because I don't like cats. Piss off. Go away. Silly thing. It's gone. The cat is gone. The cat's gone. It was literally like flapping down onto the floor. I was crying my eyes out. I thought it was going to catch fire. So eventually my dad woke up. He had to send his brother around to put cable ties around it so that I could get to and from work safely. And I have only just got that repaired. Only just got that repaired because of the fact that I've got to give my car in. I couldn't give it in like that. As well, she had a cracked windscreen, which I don't know how that happened. No fault of my own. I think that's all I've got to tell you about Polly. Hope you enjoyed this little car tour, even though it was probably like the weirdest thing ever. It wasn't really a car tour because I've got really nothing to show you. If you are thinking of buying a Volkswagen Polo, I would 110% recommend. I'm going to be gutted to part with Polly. I think I will actually be getting another Volkswagen in the near future. Probably a Golf, or I don't know. I like the big ones. I don't know, they're like T-Rock or something, I don't have a fucking clue, but I like those ones, so yeah, we'll just see. I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, smash a huge thumbs up, don't forget to subscribe down below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!